Hi, hello everyone, welcome back to a new video on this channel. Today we are going to be talking about the past, present, and possible future of JINI. That idol who went from being part of one of the most promising groups of the fourth generation to practically disappearing. What could have happened for her career to change so drastically? Well, that's what we will be talking about, so with nothing more to say, let's get started. nmixx is a group from JYP that originally consisted of Hyun, Lily, Seolyeon, JINI, Bae, Jiwoo, and Kyujin. They debuted in 2022 with their song Oh, and all the members were quickly loved by the public, especially JINI, who became one of the most popular members and had some of the most important parts of the debut song, such as the beginning, or the now iconic identifying line of the group. After the debut, they released IDLE, and just a few months later JYP suddenly published a letter announcing that JINI would no longer be part of the group and that they would continue as a six-member group. This surprised fans because there were no signs that JINI was going to leave. She was simply in the group one day and the next day she wasn't. Additionally, they deleted all the Instagram pictures where she appeared, which is not very common. If a member leaves a group, the pictures are usually left as they are. They didn't give many reasons beyond stating that it was due to personal circumstances, which led many to speculate about what could have happened. Many pointed out that it couldn't have been JINI's decision, as she had sent messages to her fans just days before her departure, thanking them for their support and saying they would create new memories together. Additionally, she had shared how much effort and sacrifice it took to get to where she was, and that her almost 7 years of training had not been easy. It didn't make much sense that after so many years of fighting for her dream, she would leave less than a year after becoming an idol. In some messages, she said, "Because I was a trainee, there was a lot I had to give up, right? Like school life and things I wanted to do. Also, did you know there were often times I wanted to give up? But since this is the road I chose to take, when I looked back on the things that I've sacrificed, like living away from my parents and seeing the expectations from my family, it was difficult for me to quit. This is why I hope nmixx succeeds. We are improving step by step. I can't wait until we are all bright shiny stars." These don't seem like the words of someone who was planning to leave the group or who knew they would no longer be there. Images also surfaced from the last fansign she attended as a member of nmixx, where she looked emotional and was trying to hold back tears. But this could have been because it was the last promotional activity for that comeback. Since JYP didn't provide explanations, people began to create rumors or supposed theories about why she left the group, such as that she was pregnant or in a relationship, but these were obviously never confirmed and were likely far from what really happened. One surprising thing was that she didn't leave any kind of letter. Many times idols say goodbye with messages thanking their fans and giving hints about their future. So the fact that JINI didn't do any of that made it seem like she would never appear in public again, but fortunately, that didn't come true, as it was announced that she joined a newly established company called 𝒉𝒐, which currently only has 2 artists, JINI and Nancy, a former member of momoland. She changed her name, removing one of the NS in JINI, and continued her journey at this company. After this, every time JINI announced something, it coincided with an important event for nmixx. She launched her personal Instagram when nmixx was about to release their album 𝒉𝒐𝒏𝒆. She launched her personal Twitter and did her first live broadcast just as nmixx released their music video for Roller Coaster. Some defended her, saying that she was no longer part of nmixx and she didn't have to ensure her activities didn't coincide, while others said it seemed intentional and that she was probably doing it to gain more relevance. She was very active on social media, especially on TikTok, until she announced her debut, her EP called an enhypen in a velvet glove that included 4 tracks including the title track Come On. At her debut showcase, a journalist asked her about the reason for her departure from nmixx, and although someone from her staff said it wasn't the right time to answer that question, JINI opened up and said,
이 부분은 이제 개인적인 이유로 말씀드리기는 어렵지만 이번에 솔로로 데뷔한 만큼 더욱더 열심히 노력하면서.
Since then, there have been moments where she has been criticized for her attitude with fans, especially in online fan meetings, as according to the original authors of the posts, she wasn't paying attention to the conversation and was only focused on herself while fixing her hair or checking her appearance. Some suggest that she might be feeling demotivated after everything that has happened in her short career, and that perhaps she just wasn't having a good day. She didn't have many performances or musical activities, just photos on Instagram, and the company's YouTube channel, where all of JINI's content is uploaded, is rather inactive, as the last update was 3 weeks ago, and before that, 8 and 11 months. Her fans are worried because she is only promoting brands and there is no news about her releasing music soon or any type of content that wasn't advertising. And many are blaming the company for not promoting JINI or providing answers regarding her absence. But just a few days ago, she was allegedly seen at the nmixx concert where she seemed to be hiding from the camera. Although some also say that it isn't her and wonder why she would go publicly to one of their concerts without trying to hide with a hat or mask. But who knows, maybe it's just someone who looks a lot like her. Because in Bubble she mentioned that she went out to eat after practicing. So far, JINI has only released her debut EP and an OST, plus for the first anniversary of her solo debut, the company didn't do anything, no event, no post, not even a miserable tweet, there was simply silence. Although it's not surprising considering they have been inactive since April when it was JINI's birthday, and since then, they haven't published anything. Normally, small companies have less promotion, and comebacks tend to take longer because they don't have as many resources, but the fact that fans are demanding answers and aren't getting them can't be justified. Her first album sold more than 73,000 copies, which is really good for a rookie soloist in an unknown company. And they're not reinvesting that money because there's no news of her return, and some fans are starting to lose hope. Some say that maybe this is the path she thought she wanted, but after leaving nmixx, she realized she preferred being an influencer and doing modeling work. But then, why would she join another company as an idol? It could be that she's now focused on other things and doesn't want to release music. But what fans are asking from the company is transparency. Many people were eagerly awaiting her new chapter as a soloist. But the company isn't giving us anything, and there will come a point where it's going to be too late. As we all know that long hiatuses don't help rookie soloists, especially if they're from little-known companies that likely won't be able to reach a wide audience when JINI finally returns. I feel that this whole situation is very unfair to her. She's hated a lot for supposedly leaving nmixx and for her attitude at fan meetings. But I believe she's a good girl and doesn't deserve all the hate at all. Let's hope that JINI returns soon, more motivated than ever, and is able to fulfill her dreams once again.
And this has been all. I hope you like it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did. It would help me a lot. See ya.